Suzuki buffs its GSX-S750 for the 2018 model year with a new style, 110-plus horsepower plant and revamped brakes. Its darker sibling, the Z variant, adds abs to the stock equipment package along with its blackout panache. Electronic fandanglery abounds with traction control and an idle speed control along with a low RPM assist feature to help deliver safe, controllable power even at low speeds. How does it all stack up? Well, I'm going to take a look at these two rides today, and my perspective is that these are important models in a market significant displacement bracket. And they have some pretty big shoes to fill. Let's see how they measure up. More and more it seems that the love affair with race-style bikes is on the decline. The realities of sore wrists, shoulders and necks are proving to be something of a deterrent because for many, comfort and function trumps image every time. That's what makes the GSX family special. It delivers a riding experience not unlike what you get from the GSX, just with a more ergonomically friendly rider's triangle that takes the pressure off the arms for a more comfortable trip. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the new headlight housing, but as far as standard type models go, there are certainly uglier options on the market. It may seem really simple, but it's the short rise in the new large diameter handlebar that really sets the tone here. It allows for a fairly upright riding position that should balance nicely against the wind pressure, but leaves room to tuck in racer style so as to minimize your drag. The overall body design is said to be inspired by the GSX-S1000, and it carries a sort of spiky look at the abbreviated upper cowling as well as the chin fairing for a flavor all its own. While the 750Z dives headfirst into the achromatic end of the spectrum, the base model carries a few dark touches of its own with a blackout frame, mirrors an engine that ties in nicely with the black trim on the bodywork. A sharp rise in the subframe to the pillion forms the cradle for the riders but with some fold-up foot pegs to finish the passenger's features. And that gives us a slight nose-down, tail-up attitude that hints at both speed and agility. The upswept exhaust just accentuates this look while actually holding itself clear so as not to interfere with the 5.3 inches of ground clearance and cornering ability. Overall, a fairly functional design with an edginess that should appeal to the all-important younger buying public. A steel twin-beam frame holds everything together with an all-new trapezoidal-shaped tapered swing arm to articulate the rear wheel. The Link-style rear suspension uses a KYB monoshock that comes with only the courtesy preload adjuster. The same level of adjustment as the inverted front forks. Simple? Yeah maybe, but the factory had to keep costs down somehow. New 10-spoke rims mount the 17-inch hoops with a 57.2-inch wheelbase and 83.6-inch overall length for sporty handling to satisfy the fiery-eyed peg draggers out there, lest they regret not going the GSX route instead. Stopping power comes from the new 4-pot Nissan monoblock calipers that fight the dual 310mm wave-cut discs to haul it down in a hurry. This comes backed up by a single pot anchor out back that may seem a bit underwhelming, but all it really has to do is to keep the rear end behind the front at the end of the day. The 750Z tops all this off with an ABS feature that should help you safely use those brakes to their fullest potential. It's a shame the factory didn't offer the ABS on the base model. But if you want that extra protection, you'd better want a black bike too. Suzuki borrowed engine tech from the GSX when it built the new GSX power plant. An inline 4-banger mill runs with a 72mm bore and 46mm stroke for a total displacement of 749 cc. As you might imagine, the bottom end is sufficient if not exciting. But it comes alive once you pass $8,000. The power tops out at 10,500 revolutions per minute with 112.6 shaft horsepower that should put something just north of 100 horsepower to the pavement. Comparable to other Big 4 standard models. Unlike the ABS, the electronic engine yummy goodness is shared across the board. A 3-mode plus off traction control system gives riders varied levels of intervention through the dual throttle valve feature to meet the demands of a variety of conditions in a bid to make the S750 a more versatile commuter. Suzuki's throttle body integrated idle speed control and low RPM assist help to smooth out the transitions and increase control over the power at the bottom end for user-friendly delivery of power and low fatigue riding. All good stuff, right?